Good morning. It is a beautiful Friday morning. My name's Al Gavada. Thank you very much for joining me today. It is a wonderful day. I'm probably not going to go for a 2 hour walk like I did yesterday because I'm feeling it today. That was a long walk, but it's all right. So, welcome to the day. Welcome to the morning. Welcome to the weekend if that's how it works out for you. Today we're going to be talking about steps to success. It's a great article on success.com, Success Magazine, by Jim Rohn, and it's fairly straightforward, right? It's a few years old. Like I like to dig into the archives, and it starts like this: Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. It says, I've said it before, that success is the study of the obvious, but sometimes we need someone to remind us and show us the simplest way to get there. See, success is a study of the obvious, which means there are clues on how to reach success. But sometimes we need someone to remind us and show us the simplest way to get there. All right, here are 4 simple steps to find your way to more success than you could ever imagine. Here we go. Number 1, collect good ideas. Number 1, collect good ideas. My mentor taught me to keep a journal when I was 25 years old. As a matter of fact, just yesterday I was listening to Les Brown and he was talking about a journal. It's the best collecting place for all of the ideas and information that come your way. And that inspiration will be passed on to my children and my grandchildren. How awesome is that? To have a journal that you can pass on through generations. If you hear a good health idea, capture it. Write it down. Then, on a cold, wintry evening or a balmy summer night, go back through your journal. Dive back into the ideas that changed your life, the ideas that saved your marriage, the ideas that bailed you out of hard times, the ideas that helped you become successful. That's valuable. Going back over the pages of ideas you gathered over the years, reminiscing, reminding yourself. So, be a collector of good ideas, of experiences for your business, for your relationships, for your future. It says it is challenging to be a student of your own life, your own future, your own destiny. Don't trust your memory. When you listen to something valuable, write it down. When you come across something important, write it down. Take the time to keep notes and to keep a journal. How many of you are guilty of multiple journals? I have so many journals. I'm looking over here and I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. At least 6 right there, 7, maybe 8 right there. I have a couple more over here and a bunch that I've written on. Some that I have that I thought were awesome and I haven't even started writing on because they're great. They look beautiful, right? Or some that I start and it's like, well, I don't want to keep adding to that one because that one I started writing specifically about this. And that's, I think, one of the most frustrating things I feel about me and journaling, right? It's like I don't have one thing because if I start writing about, let's say, personal experiences and then something having to do with business comes in, I don't want to put in the same journal, right? Chronicling our life as our children was growing up, So it's kind of weird. But I guess you have to figure that out for yourself. What kind of format do you want to keep your ideas in? Do you just want a general journal or a journal specifically for chronicling events, right? But it's always a good thing to do what? Step 1, collect good ideas. It's I love this last line. It's challenging to be a student of your own life. Don't trust your memory. Love it. Number 2, and we're talking straightforward steps to success, courtesy of Jim Rohn, article on success.com. As a matter of fact, let me add the article link to the comments section. Good morning, brother. Let's see here. All right. So let me add that there. All right. Number 2, have good plans. Building a life, building anything is like building a house. You need to have a plan. What if you just started laying bricks and somebody asks, what are you building? You put down the brick you're holding and say, I have no idea. Have you ever seen a wall where they're like, don't worry, we don't need plans, and you see the bricks starting straight, and all of a sudden one's a little bit off, and it just throws everything off, and at the top it's all willy-nilly, right? That's what happens when you don't have a plan. Imagine your life, or at least trying to build something without a plan. So, here's a question. When should you start building the house? Answer: as soon as you have it finished. It is simple time management. What does that mean? Don't start the day until it is pretty well finished, at least the outline of it. Leave some room to improvise, obviously. Leave some room for extra strategies, but finish it before you start it. Don't start the week until you have it finished. Lay it out. Structure it. Put it to work. The same goes for the month ahead. Don't start it until you have a plan in place. Man, it's easier for some people, or at least it takes more discipline. Some people are more adept, probably through training, trial and error, at getting that discipline of time management, right? It's a big deal. And the big one, don't start the year until it is finished on paper. It's not a bad idea towards the end of the year to sit down with your family for the personal plans, to sit down in your business for the professional plans, to sit down with your financial advisor to map out money plans, plan out your calendar, your game plan for all of life's moving parts. The reason why most people face the future with apprehension instead of anticipation is because they don't have it well designed. Wow. Design your future, right? Even if it's a day at a time. Design your future. It's interesting because this last one, the last section says, and the big one, don't start the year until it is finished on paper. Does that mean you can't do anything until January 1st? Or can you say, you know what, I'm going to start, there's fiscal years too, right? October. What if it's March and you're like, I need to you find yourself where you're restarting your year. Plan starting April, right? Or we're in April. Plan starting May. Or do you have to wait until the end of the arbitrary end of the year? The constructed calendar that we have. Have good plans. That's number 2 on the steps to success, courtesy of Jim Rohn. Number 3, give yourself time. Wow. That's a good one. It takes time to build a career. It takes time to make changes. But I didn't eat bread yesterday. Why haven't I lost 20 pounds? It takes time to learn, grow, change, develop, and produce. It takes time to refine philosophy and activity. Oh, that's a good one. So give yourself time to learn, time to start some momentum, time to finally achieve. The article continues, I remember when Mama was teaching me a little bit about the piano. Here's a left-hand scale, she said. I got that. It was easy. Here's a right-hand scale. I got that too. Then she said, now we are going to play both hands at the same time. Well, how can you do that? I asked. Because one at a time was easy, but 2 at the same time, but I got to where I could play the scales with both hands. Now we're going to read the music and play with both hands, she said. You can't do all that, I thought. But sure enough, I looked at the music, looked at each hand, a little confused at first, but finally I grasped it. Then I remember the day when Mama said, now we are going to watch the audience read the music and play with both hands. Now it's going too far, I thought. How could one person possibly do all that? By giving myself time to master one skill before we went on to the next, I got to where I could watch the audience, read the music, and play with both hands. Life is not just the passing of time. Life is the collection of experiences and their intensity. If you don't look at life and realize how life is a collection of experiences excuse me, that make us who we are, experiences that shape us into who we are, mold us, cut us into who we are, you're missing the point, right? Because look, experiences in life aren't all just building you up to be a better person. Sometimes they're chopping away at you to make you a better person. Sometimes they're building up on you to become a terrible person. And then you have to chop down the bad stuff to make yourself a better person. Life is not just the passing of time. Life is a collection of experiences and their intensity. What experiences are you undertaking? What experiences are you seeking out? As you look at number 3 in the steps to success, give yourself time. Are you investing time in the right things to get you to where you need to go? If you've written down and are actively pursuing goals, are you putting the time into what is going to be getting you closer to that goal? Or just kind of sitting there, enjoying a little beverage, watching the wheels go round and round as your goal just kind of sits there waiting for you? Give yourself time, but take action, right? Number 4, the article is 4 Straightforward Steps to Success by Jim Rohn on success.com, and the link is in the comment section. Number 4, change yourself. Learn to solve problems, business problems, family problems, financial problems, emotional problems. The best way to treat a challenge as an opportunity to grow. Change if you have to. Modify if you must. Discard an old philosophy that wasn't working well for a new one. But I've thought this for so many years of my life. That's what I've always believed. Okay. But it wasn't working well for you. Discard it for a new one. Look, it's not necessarily saying become somebody entirely, different than who you are today just for the sake of changing. Just for the sake of changing. That's not what it's saying. The best way to treat a challenge as an opportunity to grow. Change yourself is number 4. Change if you have to. Is your thinking is it limited? Is it limiting you in your opportunities? Modify if you must. Discard an old philosophy that wasn't working well for a new one. The article continues, the best phrase my mentor ever gave me. Quote, Mr. Rohn, if you will change, everything will change for you. Unquote. I took that to heart. And sure enough, the more I improved, the more everything improved for me. 4 simple words in I wouldn't say a nondescript sentence because it's the final sentence in the article prior to a last little quote. But the sentence said, I took that to heart, and sure enough, the more I improved, the more everything improved for me. 4 words. The more I improved. It wasn't change for change's sake, right? It wasn't just change just to change. It was change to improve. Can you change to become worse? Absolutely. It is super easy to change to become worse. It is so easy to destroy, harder to build. Planning, intent, action, completion, consistency, quality, destruction, that's easy. Destruction is easy. The final quote on this article says, "You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight." Wow. Do you know about angles? Right? You know about angles, right? The line is going straight. Right? Line is going straight. And if you keep it going straight, the path you're going to go in that direction. You're going to reach that destination that the absolute, without a doubt, straight line is pointing at. You're going to get there. You cannot change your destination overnight because it's still far, far, far away. But you can change your direction overnight. What does that mean? If at whatever point today, tomorrow, sometime in your future, you decide to change your direction, remember, your destination currently is straight ahead, directly ahead, unmoving, fixed point destination, right? It says you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. Let's see, we changed that direction of about what? 20 degrees, right? 25, not quite 45. Changed our direction. At the beginning, you're still kind of going in the same direction as that fixed destination point. The longer you stay in this new direction, however, further and further away from the original point, which is in that direction. The longer you stay in the new direction, going further and further away to your new direction. If you make that change, if you seek personal development, seek personal growth, invest time, invest in yourself for these positive changes and reaching that new destination, which is still not fixed, right? What if you're like, I'd have to adjust? That's right. That's what we were talking about earlier, right? We're talking about adjusting a little earlier. Give yourself time. It takes time. Having good plans. Everything. So I got to adjust this way. Oh, there you go. Just a little bit. Oh, I got to adjust a little bit that way. There you go. Adjust till you get to where you need to get to, right? Whatever that final destination is. And then once you reach that final destination, you're like, look, there's something somewhere else I want to go. Now I'm at the top of this summit. There's a higher summit I want to get to. And the process continues. Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. The 4 steps, 4 simple, straightforward steps to success, according to Jim Rohn, on this article are as follows. Number 1, collect good ideas. Keep a journal. Number 2, have good plans. Start after you've finished it with the plan, setting up the plans. Now you can start. Number 3, give yourself time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Number 4, change yourself. Very cool. Article link is in the comments section. What a way to start our Friday. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me today. Whether it was live or on the replay or on my YouTube page, do a search for Algaeman1, ALGAEMAN1, the number 1. I have a collection of these videos. Let's share them, right? Let's get the positive type of information out there to people who are looking to improve themselves, who are searching for positive content to help them improve themselves and become better people. I wish you many things today. I wish you joy. I wish you peace. And I wish you success. Hope you have a wonderful Friday. I wish you success in your day, in your family life, in your well-being, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, financial, social, in your business, in your path in life. I wish you success. Remember, knowledge is power, imagination is king, and intelligence your weapon. Read a good book today. Enrich your mind. And above all, take action. I hope to be back on Monday at 8 a.m. and we'll see how the weekend goes, and then we'll see what we talk about then. So until next time, we'll be talking.